It's Ms. Arvada here, the principal. I just have a couple of updates for you. One, I wanted to make sure you received the information in the Tuesday evening message that goes out to parents about credit recovery. So if your son or daughter failed a class, please look for that. I wanted to check in on communication. I want to make sure that you know every week we do send a communication from Arvada every Tuesday evening through email or voicemail. So for some reason, if you're not receiving both of those, can you please contact the school? Another request is that we would like you to go into Jeffco Connect and update your son or daughter's telephone number, so that way if we're concerned about a grade or attendance, we can contact them directly. That's in Jeffco Connect. Please follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and we do have the links for both of those on our website at the top of the page. Thanks for this semester. I know it's been a tough one, but thanks for hanging in there, and we'll see you next semester.
Hi there, my name is Mark Abling, the 12th grade assistant principal here at Arvada. Studies have shown that the more involved parents and guardians are with their students' education, the more successful that student is going to be. One way to be involved with your student's education is through progress monitoring your students' grades. In order to do this, you need to have an ECHO account. I'd like to introduce Ms. Doran, one of our student engagement teachers, who's going to show you how to set up your own ECHO account to monitor your students' grades.
Hello, Arvada High School family. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to access ECHO, which is the learning management system that Arvada High School uses to house students' grades and assignments for their classes. So what you're going to want to do first is go to Arvada High School's webpage. Once you get here, you're going to go up to the family link at the top, and in the drop-down menu, you're going to go to the second one that says ECHO, check grades. Once you click that, it's going to take you to the parent and guardian login page. Now, this looks very similar to the student and staff login page, but it is different. And if you try to log into the student and staff login page, it's probably going to tell you that that's incorrect. So if you're having trouble logging in, check to make sure that you're on the parent and guardian ECHO account page. On this page, it tells you how to go about logging in, depending on if you are a new parent or a parent with us last year. So if you used ECHO as a parent last year, your username and password are still the same. If you are new to Arvada High School or have never logged in before, you're going to log in by your username, which is the email address you have connected with Jeffco Connect, the email address you have on file here at school, and that is going to be your username. Your password is the birthday of your oldest student who attends Arvada High School, and it's going to be in the 8-digit form. So if you have multiple students who attend Arvada High School, it's going to be the oldest one, and then in the 8-digit form. So if you have a student whose birthday is April 6, 2003, then your password is going to be 04062003. There has to be 8 digits in the password for it to be able to work. If for some reason you don't have an email address on file here at school or in Jeffco Connect, you can complete this form right here, and we will be able to get you an ECHO account that way.
Thank you for that, Ms. Doran. Now that you know how to log in into your ECHO account, a great way to help out with your students' grades is to have your student sit down and go through his or her grades with you. That way the student's right there and can explain what's going on in class. Now, if you don't want to sit down and check the grades with your student, then what you can do is click on a link that is within this email, and Ms. Doran will walk you through how to do that without your student. Once you are sitting down with your student, I recommend you talk about 3 questions about each class. The first one is, what are you learning about in class? Let the student talk about this. Don't focus on individual assignments. Instead, focus on the bigger picture of what is going on within the classroom. What is the learning that's occurring? The second question is, what do you like about that class? Dig deeper. See what other information you can get about that class. The third question is, if the student's struggling, ask the student, hey, what is your plan to figure out how to get your grade up? And then help your student get through that plan. With everything that is COVID going on right now, with hybrid learning, remote learning, and the whole world around us, it is vital that you take a more active role within your child's educational journey. Through helping Progress monitor your grades, you will help out with your student to pass those classes, get those credits, and move on into the real world. And know that if you're still struggling, reach out to any of us here at the school. We're here to help. Thank you.
Hi, Arvada. I'm Jasmine Silverman. I'm the scheduler in 11th grade AP. All of your students' schedules for second semester are active, and they can see those, and you can see those in the parent portal in Infinite Campus. If there are any requests for schedule changes, that needs to be done through the counselor by December 22nd. After that, all schedules will not be changed next semester. Next semester, starting in February, we are going to be offering night school, and students can register for this anytime in January, and that link goes out with the family communication that Sharon Lopez sends out every Tuesday. And if you have any questions about night school, feel free to contact me. Again, I'm Jasmine Silverman, and I'm one of the APs at Arvada. Thank you so much. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Mr. Jensen, the assistant principal for 10th graders. I'm here just to talk about a couple different strategies that you may find helpful to help support your students during next semester. So we have found that it's always really helpful to make sure that you really understand the schedule. So we've created a little bit of a template to use for next semester, especially during the remote setting, that would be really helpful to create and maybe print off, just keep around so you know exactly where students are supposed to be at all times. And the students know where they're supposed to be, what classes they're supposed to attend. So check that schedule out. And make sure that you just make a copy of that, and you can change that if you'd like to. Also, a big recommendation that we have is, once you know that schedule, is to set some alarms. Have those students set their phones, set an alarm that you might have maybe on your own phones as parents. Set the alarms there so you can remind students that, hey, it's 9:45, it's time to start period 3, as it's Wednesday. So if you have those alarms set, that's always going to be really helpful, because then we know that students do sometimes get in the middle of some work and they get caught up in doing something, and then they look up and all of a sudden, oh man, class has been going on for 20 minutes, and we want to try to avoid some of that for next semester by trying to just remembering to set those alarms. One big suggestion that we also have is to help those students to get out of bed right away in the morning. We know that 8:05, when there's not a school building to go to, can be a little bit early for some people, depending on how late their night has been. But by trying to get the students out of bed really as quick as possible, that's always going to be helpful. So remember that school starts at 8:05. It's always really helpful to get up a little bit before that, take a shower, get some food, because it is a pretty long day. I want to really think about supporting students, really try to think about how can we create the best space available in your own home. And we do have quite a few resources around here that could help support you to help create an environment and provide some materials and supplies that students may need, pencils, pens, papers, whatever they may. A lot of students do really like to work from their beds and just kind of turn that camera on, but research have found, and we found, that that's usually not going to be the most productive space to be able to work. So if there's any way that there's a table, a kitchen counter, any sort of desk, any sort of space that a student can sit up and be able to sort of engage and make it kind of feel like they're, sitting in a desk at school, that we found is going to be the most beneficial for students. So try to help support them to find a space that will really work for them.
Hello families, my name is Mr. Quarantino. I'm the assistant principal at Arvada High School. I wanted to touch base with you guys on the supports that you'll have for second semester. The first area that I'm going to focus on is tutors. The tutors that we have in the building do a really good job of helping our students out. One of the persons that I want to highlight is Miss Meisner. Miss Meisner is a math tutor, and she can help your son or daughter through any of those needs that they might be struggling through. Our next area is our social workers. We have two wonderful social workers in Miss Carveo and Mr. Teagarden. They do such a wonderful job of providing mental support and social support during this time of COVID and any other time. So please reach out to them if you have if there's any struggles that your son or daughter is going through. The next area is our counselors. Our counselors do such a good job with the academic and graduation needs of our students, but they also do a good job with our social wellness. And so please reach out to them if you need any support. We have three wonderful counselors. Miss Brito, which she does the alphabet of A through G. Miss Campbell is H through L. And then Miss Vigil is O through Z. So please reach out to them if you need any support. The other area that I want to focus on is our family liaison, which is Miss Nina Russell. She does a good job of providing any support that you need as a family, such as food, clothing, or any other personal items that you might need at home. So please reach out to her. She will be more than happy to help you guys through whatever need that you guys have. Then our last group of people that I want to touch base with is our re-engagement staff. They do a good job of trying to re-engage your student and re-engage them into the classroom and provide them with supports for them to be successful. We have a re-engagement staff for each grade level. Mr. Winnington is 9th grade. Mr. Rand is 10th grade. Mr. Mono is 11th grade. And Ms. Iacovetta is 12th grade. So please reach out to any of us for these additional supports that we can provide. We want to see your son or daughter be very successful for second semester. Go Bulldogs.